Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsay's Little Library. So this is like the 5th video I've filmed today. Something like that. So we're gonna hope it goes well. I hope it's not too long because I have like an epic book haul to share with you. And these kind of came all over the place, and when I was looking at my shelves, because we're actually preparing to install my full-on bookshelves in the room, which is why I'm up in my room at my reading chair. I realized how many books I have added to my collection. It's not good, but it's good. They come from a variety of sources, so some of them are Christmas gifts, and I'll point those out. And we'll just get started. How's that sound? Okay, let's go. I won't be able to tell you about every one of them because there is quite a few of them, so just roll with it, right? The first 3 I have are from my 3 separate book clubs that I belong to. We do a blind date with a book gift exchange every Christmas. So what you do is you bring a book to exchange wrapped up, usually in like plain wrapping paper, with some sort of short description on it, maybe saying kind of what it's about, and then we go through and play a little game and exchange books. And so these are the 3 I got from those. The first one is Catherine by Anya Seton. Historical fiction, takes place during Edward III. And talks about Catherine who comes to his court. We'll see, it's historical fiction, which is why I picked it up. Next one, I can't believe that I have this book. Although Julie assures me I will survive and it's okay, but I can't believe I have this book. But it's Joyland by Stephen King, and I'm so scared, and I shouldn't be. And she said it's good, it's not his like scary, gory stuff. She assures me I'm going to like it and enjoy it, and I trust her. I do. So this is the other one that I got from my friend Julie. And then this was the last one I got from my workbook club. It's All the Rage by Courtney Summers. Follows a young girl who ends up being sexually abused or assaulted by the sheriff's son. It sounds like she kind of keeps quiet about it, but then some other things start happening where she's like, you know what, I gotta tell people about this because other girls are getting hurt, I think. I don't know much else about it other than what she kind of described to me, but it sounds really quite good. I did get a couple of ARCs this month. The first one is Good Boy, My Life in 7 Dogs. It's a memoir by Jennifer Finley Bolin, and just talks about the 7 dogs she had while growing up, and kind of going through her life and how the dogs have affected her. It looks really, really cute. I have a feeling that I'll just kind of read one dog at a time. Just kind of one of those that'll just sit on the side and I'll pick it up as I go, but it comes out in April of 2020. The other ARC I have is The Henna Artist, which is by Alka Joshi. This one we got a number of copies of this for our book club to read and review, so we're gonna be reading this for our February book club. This comes out in March. And this is about a woman who escapes an arranged and abusive marriage when she's 17 and becomes a henna tattoo artist. She is judged very heavily for leaving her arranged marriage to try to pursue her dreams of independence, but it sounds good. So far, I think a few people have started it. I think they've liked it so far, but that's definitely something coming up. I then was overly surprised by one of my subscribers, Jenna, who, oh my gosh, sent me the most amazing gift. And I'm still like, I just can't believe it. I'll leave a link to her Instagram below. But her and I have been talking for a while now. We have very similar book tastes, and we have a very similar love for Ariel Lawhon. So she sent me Codename Helene, and I'm beyond excited. This comes out in April. It's by Ariel Lawhon. 1930s, talks about spies within Paris, France. She also sent me this awesome book sleeve that it fits in, and I am beyond excited to start this book. Oh my gosh, you know my love for Ariel Lawhon. She always throws such good twists in historical fiction. I love how she takes historical fiction and makes it her own and really puts her own little spin on it. So I cannot wait to get to this. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I love it. I love it. My latest book of the month club book is The Giver of Stars by Jojo Moyes. I also got The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell, which I've already passed on because it's fantastic. But this, I believe, takes place, it's historical fiction, but it takes place, Depression era America, in the mountains of Kentucky, but I believe it has something to do with an Indian reservation, which I'm super excited to read and see how Jojo Moyes kind of tackles that, because I loved her other books. Now where do we go? Maybe we'll go to darn Costco. So I picked up Pan Genoff's The Ambassador's Daughter, but then realized this is like the second, or it's like 0.5. You know how they do that? Like there's series, but then there's like middle books of series, and this is a middle book, so I don't even want to tell you what it's about because I don't want to give away anything, but I know it takes place during World War I in Paris. But now I gotta find the other books. Then of course I have my Barnes & Noble picks. This was their $5 book the night that I was there. So if you buy something at Starbucks there's usually a $5 book. This was it. Girl in the Blue Coat by Monica Hess. I know it's World War II historical fiction. That's all I need to know. And then I picked up Before and After by Judy Christie and Lisa Wingate. This is the real stories of the orphans that survived the Tennessee Children's Home Society, following Lisa Wingate's book Before We Were Yours. I'm so intrigued by this and so excited to read this one because I can't stop thinking about that book at all. My lovely aunt dropped this one off. It's called The Oysterville Sewing Circle by Susan Wiggs. She said that she thinks I would enjoy it. She gave it to me. I added it to my pile. One of my book clubs is reading They're There by Tommy Orange. What month are we reading this? February or March maybe? I don't remember. Let's see. It's something, let's see. Tommy Orange's wondrous and shattering novel follows 12 characters from Native communities, all traveling to the big Oakland powwow, all connected to one another in the ways that you may not yet realize. I remember her talking about this now. You have, these 12 different families, and she's like, you're surprised on how things are so interconnected, but that's for book club. So then I have my Black Friday book outlet box because I had every intention of sharing this haul earlier and it just didn't happen. So yeah, I know, but there's quite a stack. I can't believe I bought this many, but it's okay. I have The Tubman Command by Elizabeth Cobbs. I'm so interested in Harriet Tubman. I'm interested in reading more historical fiction based around the Civil War. I feel like there isn't quite as many out there as I would like, or at least that I have seen. So if you know of any, comment below, because I'm definitely into them, but I picked up that one. I Know Who You Are by Alice Feeney. I feel like this was on one of the vlogger friends' latest hauls, and I couldn't tell you which one, but I don't know a lot about it. I do know Alice Feeney has wrote Sometimes I Lie, which I have. Pretty sure I have. But it's a thriller book, so I don't want to know much about it. Then we have The Widows by Jess Montgomery. This is about two women. So a man is murdered and two women show up to the funeral claiming to be his wife. Right. So I don't know. It intrigued me, so I picked that up. Then I grabbed The Echo Killing by Christy Daughtry. This was on their like bargain bin because it was damaged. And honestly, this is the most damaged I've ever kind of gotten a book that way. But I mean, it's still readable, so it's totally fine. I don't know much about it because, again, thriller, and I don't want to know things. Then I picked up Lisa C's The Island of Sea Women. A friend of mine, Julie, can't stop talking about this book, so I'm like, you know, I'll check it out. This is set on the Korean island of Jeju, and these women are diving, collecting, I believe, oysters. And let's just read it. How about that? Two girls from very different backgrounds begin working in the sea with their village's all-female diving collective. Over many decades through the Japanese colonialism of the 1930s and 40s, World War II, the Korean War, and the era of cell phones and wetsuits, For the women divers, they develop the closest of bonds. Nevertheless, their differences are impossible to ignore. I don't know what they're diving for. I feel like I should know. But she said it's beautiful. I trust her. Another one, really kind of only picked it up because it was a Goodreads choice in 2017. I don't know. But I liked My Life by Abby Fabiashi. This is about Maddie, devoted wife, mother, cornerstone of the family, true matriarch, but then she dies, leaving her husband, her teenage daughter, heartbroken, and just kind of how they pick themselves up from there. Based upon my latest Hamilton obsession, picked up Hamilton and Peggy, by L.M. Eliot. So I'm curious to learn more about their little relationship. Then I have Goodnight from London by Jennifer Robson, which again, World War II historical fiction, beautiful cover, all the right things. Then I have The Secret Life of Violet Grant by Beatrice Williams, which I want to read more and more about her books, and this was really cheap on Book Outlet, so I picked up that one. Almost there. Laura Ingalls Is Ruining My Life by Shelley Togas. I feel like I've been seeing this on Instagram a lot more lately, or Bookstagram. I don't even know why. It just was intriguing me. Then another author by. I picked up My Favorite Half Night Stand by Christina Lauren. Maybe I should pick this up. I feel like I could fly through this really fast. Oh yeah, I totally could. Look at that format. I could totally read this quick. But Christina Lauren's one of my favorite kind of contemporary authors lately. Just love her. Then I have The Midnight Watch by David Dreyer, a novel of a Titanic and the Californian. The Midnight Watch explores one of the most perplexing mysteries of the 20th century. Why did honorable men watch the Titanic sink and do nothing to help? As the Titanic lay motionless in the black waters of the North Atlantic after hitting an iceberg, the nearby SS Californian looked on. The second officer in charge during the dark hours of the Midnight Watch saw distressed rockets and told his captain, but the captain did not come to the bridge, and the Californian did not go to the rescue. The next morning, these men learned the Titanic had sunk and 1,500 people had died. Why? Next one I was really interested in, and it came off the bargain bin, so it's a little torn, but it's The Forgotten Room by Karen White, Beatrice Williams, and Lauren Willig. For some reason, this just sounds so intriguing. So, 1945, Watello. Critically wounded Captain Cooper Ravenel is brought to a private hospital on Manhattan's Upper East Side. Young Dr. Kate Schuyler is drawn into a complex mystery that connects 3 generations of women to a single extraordinary room in a gilded-aged mansion. Who is the woman in the captain's miniature portrait who looks so much like Kate, which is the doctor? Why is she wearing the ruby pendant handed down to Kate by her mother? In their pursuit of answers, they find themselves drawn into the turbulent stories of Olive Van Allen, driven in the Gilded Age from riches to rags, who hired out as a servant in the very house her father designed, and Lucy Young, who is in the Jazz Age, came from Brooklyn to Manhattan seeking the father she had never known. But are Kate and Cooper ready for the secrets that will be revealed in the Forgotten Room? Right. And then the last one, again, I'm super excited for, is The Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek by Kim Michelle Richardson. So I believe this follows a woman who starts a library off the back of a horse, taking books to, let's see, the folks of Troublesome Creek have to scrap for everything except books, that is, thanks to Roosevelt's Kentucky Pack Horse Library Project. Troublesome Scott's very own traveling librarian, Cussie Mary Carter. It follows that, and I've heard great things about this book as well. So it's a lot of books. Good thing I'm getting new bookshelves, right? But I'm really excited about them. I really think I'm going to pick this one up sooner than later because I know this is going to be good. And of course, some book club books. I got to get through all of the fun stuff. So let me know if you've had a book haul recently. I'm really trying to minimize the books I bring into my house. Yeah, it's not working so well. But like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.